Hello, my name is David Zakarian, and my partner is Matthias Herve-Lorenzo, and together we completed this bio case study lab. Through this activity, we learned more about DNA, enzymes, and cells, along with how biology helps scientists understand and solve real-world problems. This lab also helped me better connect biology concepts to everyday life and scientific research. The chemistry of life studies the chemical principles and structures that make living organisms function. All living things are built from four major macromolecules, including carbohydrates, nucleic acids, lipids, and amino acids, which form proteins. Proteins are important because some act like enzymes, which speed up chemical reactions in cells. Enzymes also help scientists work with DNA by decoding and cutting it, making the genetic information easier to read and understand. Cells are the smallest unit of life and are the building blocks of all living organisms. There are two main types of cells: eukaryotic cells, like animal and plant cells, which are multicellular and store DNA in the nucleus, and prokaryotic cells, like bacteria and archaea, which are unicellular and store DNA in the cytoplasm. Ivory tusks are made out of millions of cells that contain DNA, allowing scientists to connect and study genetic information from them. Cells use their organelles to produce energy in the form of ATP through cellular respiration, also known as the Krebs cycle. In animal cells, mitochondria break down glucose to release energy, while plant cells use chloroplasts and chlorophyll to capture sunlight and make glucose through photosynthesis. Elephants depend on plants for energy because the plants produce the glucose that their cells use to create ATP and power their bodies. During mitosis, one mother cell divides to form two identical daughter cells. Before this happens, the cell goes through interphase, which includes G1, S, and G2 stages. During interphase, the cell grows and copies its DNA to prepare for division. This process allows the cell to replicate and repair themselves, helping organisms grow and maintain healthy tissue.
Organisms inherit genes from both their mother and father, making traits hereditary. Humans have 46 chromosomes, or 23 pairs, that carry genetic information. Each gene can contain dominant or recessive alleles, which influence how traits are expressed. Scientists use Punnett squares to predict the traits offspring may inherit. In elephants, tusklessness has been linked to a gene carried on by the X chromosome. DNA contains four nitrogen bases: adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. During transcription, DNA is copied into RNA. Then, in translation, mRNA codons are used to build amino acids and form proteins. In our gel electrophoresis lab, we use DNA analysis to trace elephant ivory back to its geographic origin, helping fight illegal poaching and wildlife tracking. All evolution begins with mutation. When a mutation helps an organism survive, that trait is more likely to be passed on to future generations. Over time, these helpful adaptations can lead to evolution through directional selection. A clear example is elephants. Because poachers target elephants with tuskless females are more likely to survive and reproduce. As a result, tusklessness has become more common in elephant populations over time. Ecology is the study of interactions between living and non-living things in the environment. Important environmental cycles, including the carbon, nitrogen, and water cycles, help sustain life on Earth. Organisms also form different types of relationships, such as mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism. Elephants are considered a keystone species because they play a major role in their ecosystems by spreading seeds, digging small rivers, and knocking over trees, which helps shape habitats for other organisms. The quote, "Because all creatures are connected, each must be cherished with love and respect," reflects the important role elephants play in nature. Elephants are connected to many other species in their ecosystems by spreading seeds, creating water sources, and shaping habitats. Because so many organisms depend on them, protecting elephants can also helps protect the entire ecosystem.
As Pope Francis writes in the Laudato Si, take into account the nature of each being and its mutual connection in an ordered system. This connects to elephants because they play an important role in maintaining ecosystems. Elephants help spread seeds, create pathways, and support other animals in their environment. Without elephants, many ecosystems would struggle to stay balanced and healthy.